Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is, what is today? Today is Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Hold on, let me check my, I'm so confused with the day right now. All the things that have been going on. It is Thursday. It is Thursday, and maybe it is Bill Day 220. Yes, Bill Day 220 on a construction schedule out of FELIZ. And the reason I say maybe is because yesterday was supposed to be Bill Day 220, but there was no construction that went on yesterday. I went down there yesterday. We had 3 people on site, which is normal 3 people who spend the night and stay there 24 hours a day, but no construction got done yesterday. And of course, yesterday was All Saints Day, and you follow along with me maybe on my trip to visit my family at the cemeteries yesterday. Today is All Souls Day, and I have a feeling it might be exactly the same as yesterday as far as work schedule out there. So if it is, again, we will postpone Bill Day 220 until tomorrow, which will be Friday. We will see. I hope that wasn't too confusing for you. It's confusing to me. Let me tell you right now, we have not had water we're going on our second day of no water here. 24, probably like 30 something hours of no water yet here at the apartment complex, or I suspect the entire barangay. There has been a power outage to the pump station, which is in another barangay, and we've had 0 water. I had enough water stored up for what I needed to do I usually have at least 24 hours worth of water, but I didn't top it off. That is my bad. I didn't have it topped off, and I am out of water right now. So I have to make some accommodations today. So that might be a water supply day today for me. Shuttling water from Villa FELIZ, maybe back here to the apartment in some containers. We will see. Oh, and we had no electricity about 7 o'clock last night. We had a brownout, and the electricity didn't resume again until I think 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning sometime. I saw the lights pop on, and my fan kicked on. Luckily, luckily, but not so luckily, we have had so very much rain. There is a tropical depression, I think, that just went through the central part of the Philippines, in between Visayas and Luzon, and it has been causing a havoc with the amount of water that we have been getting here all day yesterday after we left the cemetery. Before we went to the cemetery, luckily it cleared for the time that we could spend time with our family there, which was a blessing. The angels were looking after us for that. And then after we returned back, it has been nothing, and it's been heavy downfall has been coming with the rain, and it just stopped this morning. And all night long, what I have been doing when I watched a few other people, we had buckets sitting outside here. You can see the buckets down there. Everybody's been collecting rainwater to provide rainwater for things like flushing their water closet, their toilets, and for shower. I took a shower this morning, or a tabo bath, with the rainwater that I collected right out here in a wash tub container that I had. But that's what you do around here, and I'm not complaining because nobody else around here complains. Could you imagine in the U.S. if you were without water for 2 days? And it would be like craziness. People would be well, you know what it's like in the U.S. But here it's kind of a daily kind of thing, and nobody complains, and they know that it's going to be taken care of at some point. And I want to follow along with the same Filipino tradition and not complain as well. So anyway, that being said, I need to get out to the build site and see what is going on, if anything. So please join me out there, and let's get today started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway.
Hi James, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff. Hey, you seem to be the man that knows everything. What's the status? What's our water status?
No water again.
Oh, I know no water again. Of course, no water again. Did you collect any water last night?
How
from
many
the rain?
days?
2 days. Today's 2 days.
For today.
It's 3 days?
Yeah.
Today is going to be 3 days.
3 days.
Oh, I didn't think about that. You know what? Are you okay? Are you collecting water from the rain, or where are you getting water from? No? Oh, they have a pump?
Yung sa ano?
Is it worked? A truck.
Nire-refer na, nire-refer na.
Ah,
It's okay now. Okay.
is that what everybody's collecting for down there?
Maybe for this
I didn't know that. So I'm out.
Maybe.
You think today? You think today they'll fix it? I heard it was from no electricity at a pump station in the next barangay. That's why we have no water. No? Yeah.
No better.
Yeah, no water. Okay. So maybe you think maybe fixed
3
today?
days.
Yeah, I know 3 days. You think fixed today? No.
No idea.
You have no idea. All right. Well, we'll make do. We'll make do with whatever we can. All right. I wish I could do something to help. Anyway, I'm gonna go into. I have to go to work. I have to go to work today, and maybe when I return today, maybe we'll have water. Cross our fingers.
No definite.
No definite. All right. Well, anyway, you have a wonderful day. See you later. You know, it's amazing that we have all this rainwater. It's incredible. And you would think that if somebody came up with some kind of design where they collected the rainwater and put it into a storage tank and had a distribution system, that people could just go with their buckets and things like that and grab some water. But that requires forward thinking, and a lot of times people around here, they think about the now. What do I need to do to survive right now? And it's not part of the strategy for long term. And that's really where the government should get involved. But this is a non-political, non-dramatic channel, so we don't talk about stuff like that. But it's food for thought. Ah, good morning, Michelle. Good morning.
Are you going to work?
I'm going to work. Yeah, you have water? You have water? No. No water. You know what? I think if somebody wanted to be an entrepreneur and become very rich, they would just store water here, and then when we have these, yeah, maybe I should do that, huh? I should start a business, huh?
You will give us.
Oh, your load is working now, so you got it fixed. Oh, good.
It's alright.
Yeah, very good. At least something's working.
Because there's no water, so
And
it's working.
and no electricity last night,
Yes.
all night long. Yeah. Oh well. Such is life. What do we always say? Welcome to the Philippines. I'm going into work. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I know no water. I was gonna say, where did you get that water from?
Very little.
Yeah, last night I put outside when it was raining. When it was raining, I collected all the water from the rain last night.
Yesterday night.
I know.
No water.
Yes, I know. I know. That's okay. Maybe. Oh, I hope we get water soon.
Okay.
Okay. You guys have a great day. Bye bye. You want to be rich, man? You have a water tank and you sell everybody water. Are we gonna get water today? No. No. Say yes. No. The answer is yes.
Okay.
Have a great day. I don't know. December. December. Yeah. No, I will still be here. No problem. Bye, guys. Good morning. Good morning. I know. Yes. Yes. Where are you going today? Huh? Oh, I see. Oh, I went yesterday. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. How old are you today?
10.
10. Oh. We'll do a birthday picture. Ready? Smile. Okay, you'll be on today's video. Okay. Well, anyway, it seems like November 2nd. It was like half the people in the world were born on November 2nd. We have a lot of birthday shout-outs and maybe even some anniversary shout-outs for today. So I have to get started a little bit early on some of these shout-outs. And that is if I don't get run over here on the way into work. It seems to be very busy. Hey, good morning! So anyway, I'm gonna have to count back 9 months from November 2nd and find out what's going on in that time frame, because there's a lot of people that were born on November 2nd here in the Philippines. I have a long list, and what we're gonna do today for our shout-outs, for our birthday shout-outs, we are gonna try to space them out because there's just way too many. Good morning! Good morning! Hey! How are you this morning, Rodell? So anyway, we're gonna start our shout-outs this morning. And the first one goes to that very lovely young girl that is in my community right there, and her name is Charm. And Charm's birthday is November 2nd today, as you well know. Anyway, I want to wish another happy birthday to her this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And I have another birthday shout out too. I have many birthday shout outs. Good morning. Good morning. And the second one I'm gonna have to read this one because it's one of those where there's like 20 names inside there. Well, they're really not 20 names, but there's a lot of names, and I want to get this right. I hope I can get this right. So anyway, so the one who's wishing the birthday to her husband is Emma Maria Isabel Cruz Rojas, and her husband is Lito Rojas. Thank goodness Lito has a very easy name for me to pronounce on there. Anyway, it is his 44th birthday today. Anyway, happy birthday, Lito. Also today, it is Alice Galong's birthday, and she is turning 63 today. 63 years young today. So anyway, Alice is a graduate of civil engineering, and that's why she loves this channel so much, because she likes to see building. So anyway, happy birthday to you, Alice. Morning, goat. I don't see goat number 2. Hope he's not in a ditch anywhere. Or worse. Good morning, gentlemen. Morning. Why are you working today? It should be a day off for you. No day off. Like me, no day off. Gentlemen. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go. With the amount of rain that we had over the past 24 hours, and it was huge rain. I figured this would be totally flooded out here. Good drainage. But what I do see is we have water here, and this water must have come from the stairs you see here that goes down to, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's going down into our sump. And I can see the stairs are wet, which means the water probably came in from the front window area right here. Yeah, because we don't have windows in here yet. So it came over here. This is all dry. So I imagine it came from this window as well as, yeah, this open window right here. So the wind blowing, because we had a lot of wind. That's what I've been worried about with the camera, with the microphone. But that's okay. Not a big deal. Dry. Beginning of straight tiles inside here, I hope. Yeah, so we got our line level now. So hopefully this is corrected. So anyway, I asked the foreman how many people we have today. And we have 7 people working today. 7 people working when I expected none to be working. So that's fine. It's not a full crew. It's about half of our crew. But again, the other members are doing their family thing, because remember, this is All Souls Day, and they are doing what I did yesterday, going to visit with their families to the cemeteries and sharing time with their family. And everybody deserves time off for that. So you could see what's going on is they're continuing doing the tiling inside the laundry room. And although it's not perfect, it's more corrected. Because the room is off-centered, they have to make a compensation so they have about the equal amount on both ends when they match up against the wall and against the threshold in the door jamb area. And I looked at that and it looks pretty good. Again, the room is off-centered, and you're going to find it with building here in the Philippines, but you do the best you can. You can't be too far off, but if it's going to be off, it has to be off equally on both sides, not 2 inches on one side and perfectly the same on the other, which is the correction that they did yesterday. You see we're doing some working up here for some of the ceiling gypsum board, that room inside there, and the mixing here is this is the dry cement mix that's being used for that laundry room tile that's going in right now. Other than that, I don't see a lot of other stuff that's going on. Remember, one of the main reasons I came here today was to observe all this water that we had to see if it penetrated anything. Is sitting up, and so far so good. I'm going to do a check now of the entire perimeter to see how we're standing with water sitting up, and then I don't know what we're going to do after that. So I'm looking through my inventory here of our plasterboard, our gypsum board that we're using for all of the, well, not in here, that room over there, or upstairs on the first floor and the second floor, for the ceiling. All the gypsum board that we're using that's connecting to all the tin works. And I don't know if you remember the earlier episode where I defined some of the building materials. As we go through each one of the stages of building, what I like to do, I like to share with you what I choose for my building materials, so that you don't have to do a lot of the research. Of course, I know you will do your own research, and maybe what I choose for mine will not be what you choose for your building experience over here. But I did a lot of background research and spoke with other contractors and friends to find what is the optimum thicknesses and material and manufacturers for a lot of the building that we have here at Villa Feliz. And one of them for the gypsum board, remember, for standard places, for dry areas, I'm using the 12 millimeter plasterboard by Boral. And that is more than adequate for what you need to do for standard ceiling. If you go with thinner, they have 12 millimeter, 9 millimeter, I think 6 millimeter. They have different sizes. But what I've experienced, even in the U.S. when I build with sheetrock, when you go with the thinner sizes, it's more of a chance, well, for penetration, of course, if somebody were to stick something through it, it's easier to break. And also when it comes to lagging and separation, things like that, the thinner gypsum board doesn't seem to stand up to the test of time. So that's why we define 12 millimeter for our ceilings. But what I don't see here is the 12 millimeter Boral moisture resistant MR. It has an MR rating on the end of it. The 12 millimeter moisture resistant gypsum board I defined to my builder to be used inside all the wet rooms, which is basically the CRs. It did not get done in this one down here in the basement. They used the standard 12 millimeter, but we only have this very small section right here. And hold on, I gotta. we have a visitor coming today. One of the subscribers is coming to visit us, and but that wasn't him. I thought it was. So anyway, the 12 millimeter moisture resistant is what I recommend being used in all wet rooms. It stands up a little bit better to constant moisture on a day-to-day basis. I don't see it here, and what I'll do is I will get with my builder when he gets. He's supposed to be in sometime this morning, and I'll just make sure he gets that on order before they go ahead and install that. So anyway, we do have a crew, and my builder actually showed up, but I haven't had a chance to talk to my builder. I'm getting ready to talk to him in just a minute. It is lunchtime. It's like a quarter after lunchtime right now. And you saw what I was talking about, what was being done on the inside of the house. I haven't done an update yet of the tiles that are inside the laundry room. We'll go take a look at that in just a few minutes. But anyway, we have guests today, and one of the guests is very shy, and one of them is not so shy. And the guest that I have today is Philip. Philip was the one. He sent me some text messages and emails, stuff like that. I didn't know what day you were going to be here. But originally it was going to be like Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah, because like Tuesday, Wednesday was going to be a bit.
But you said in your email that, oh, you forgot it was the holiday here and things like that. So, but the thing is, he did show up anyway. He and his friend, his companion, are here. Again, his friend is a little bit shy, so we're not going to put her on today. But I'm gonna ask Philip a couple of questions anyway, so we can share the experience of why people actually come to the Philippines right here. So anyway, that's probably one of the biggest questions. Your travels. What brought you over here for the first time to the Philippines?
Yeah, met girls basically.
Oh,
and just sort of.
And you met somebody special.
Met a girl, and I just fell in love with the Philippines.
This girl or a different girl? Okay. You don't have to answer that question. That's fine. You have a very interesting job back in the UK, which I'm gonna let you share that. Tell us what you do.
I'm a ski instructor.
A ski instructor.
Yep.
And you do this in the UK?
In the UK.
In the UK. Is there mountain?
There's no mountains.
There's no mountain.
There's no snow. It's a plastic mat.
Do they have like simulated things where
it's like scrubbing brush upside down, and you slide down it.
So they build up the muscles inside the legs,
Just do the muscle
and the techniques and things like that, and then they're off to like Bavaria or Switzerland or Italy or something.
Yeah.
So do you ever go over there yourself and do any skiing?
I've done a bit.
Yeah, I've been there too. Yeah, Switzerland was I used to go. Yeah. How'd you find out about the channel?
Another Philippine vlog said something about it, and I thought, okay, let's have a proper look. And I put up with the first 5 minutes and went, yeah, okay.
Well, I'm glad you stuck with the channel. And that does help out when other vloggers make positive comments about your channel as well. I'm gonna close for now here, and the guys are still finishing up their lunch, and then at the end of lunch we'll get back to some of the building here, and I have to do some shuttling of some water. I got to pull some water from here and bring back to the apartment because I have no water, as you know from this morning. So we'll take care of that. So I'm going to chat a little bit more with Philip, and then we'll be back. Well, it is my lunchtime right now, and I'll have some ramen noodles. So let me heat up the old. Oh no, there's no Oh, I don't have it plugged in yet. Whew. I was going to say, not another place without electricity. We're safe. Yes. Are you hungry again? So anyway, you can see the guys up on the roof. They're working inside that valley area, and I see that they're securing it really well. I asked them to put sealant inside it. I don't know if they did the sealant or not. I don't know. They're doing sealant on the flashing on the side of the house, but I asked them to do flashing in between that area as well. They're doing the rivet solution right now, which I hope it's so close. If it's so tight that water can't flow fast underneath there, then we'll be fine. I'll have to do an inspection as good as I can. I might have to use a drone later for that. So, but these guys are professionals, and they've done this many times before, and they are DECRA trained professionals as well. So I'm going to close early today. It's about 3:30. Remember, we usually work until 5 o'clock. We have an abbreviated crew today. We have half of our crew members, plus the roofing team up here now. And you can see what they were doing today, which was working on that floor inside the laundry room, which could have been done twice by now if we had done it right the first time, but that's okay. It's looking very good right now. And my builder and his father, and you can see a little bit early, even myself, we were digging some of that soil that's in the front and kind of filling in the footers along the fence in the front of the house. So we were working on that. Other things that are being done, there's a lot of finishing work with the gypsum board for the ceiling area, and that's being done all over as well. I don't see the guys that were here before lunch that were working down in the basement doing the sanding on the French doors and all the doors that are going to be installed throughout the house. I don't see them, so maybe they were only on a half of the day today, but I'm hoping tomorrow is a full day, and I know the roofers are definitely going to have to be back at least 1 more day. I keep saying 1 or 2 more days. How many times have I said 1 or 2 more days for the roofing? But again, it's a complicated roof, and it's looking really good. You can see, I guess you can see, it's kind of hard from the distance. If you have a big screen TV, I imagine you can see it because this is going to be in 1080p. All my videos are pushed in 1080p, but this roof, it is so nice. They've got most of it secured down, and it's so nice and tight. Near the secret gutter, they still have to do some rivets and whatever they're using, but everything is so nice and tight on there. So this type of roof, remember when I was talking about roofs where if you just have regular tiles that only have like adhesive on one section, the other section is vulnerable to high winds like typhoons and updraft type of air currents, this one right here ends up being, your entire roof ends up being like a unicast, unimold type of a roof. Everything, because every so many centimeters there's a screw or a rivet that holds the top and the bottom, and in multiple places because of the overlap that they have inside there. So I suspect that this roof is going to be very good during high winds and during events like typhoons here. At least I hope so. Other than that, I don't think there's much more to talk about here at the site today. Tomorrow is going to be Friday, and tomorrow is going to be build day 221. Yes, build day 221 here at the construction schedule at FELIZ. And like I said, I don't know. I'm hoping if we have a full crew, I want them to start attacking this area. I really want to get the drainage solution all done. That's a priority for me. Remember, roofing and drainage. But you know what? The drain did really good with this massive amount of rain that we had over the last day and a half or whatever it was. So I'm very, very happy with that. And the stairwell, I did some cleaning inside there today. It needs to have like a hose down there, clean all the loose sand inside, and then extract all that sand. And then what we need to do is we need to go down to one of that nylon mesh that's on the pipe instead of 2, so I know it's going to drain freely inside there without having any clogging issues. And maybe that's the project for tomorrow. The reason I'm leaving early today is I'm taking that empty bottle over there, and it's going to be full of some water, some too big. And I'm going to bring that back to the apartment, grab my other bottle, come back here, fill 2 more up, and then bring them back over there. Unless we have water turned on, and I will find out here in about 15-20 minutes. So anyway, I'm going to close for now. No, I am not going to close for now. You know why I'm not going to close for now? It's because I have some more birthday shout-outs. Let me get those birthday shout-outs done real quick. Hold on, let me look. Anyway, I have a birthday shout-out to a special person, and that special person is someone who makes me laugh and makes my wife laugh all the time. And she's one of our long-time subscribers. Oh, a long time. I think she started maybe about halfway through. I don't think she was at the very beginning. I'm sure she has watched every one of our videos here. And it's Winky. And Winky, her daughter, it's her daughter's birthday today on November 2nd. And Winky's daughter's name is Alyssa Aquino Bustos. And she lives in San Francisco. And she works at the Park Central Hotel out there. So anyway, happy birthday to you, Alyssa. And I have one more birthday shout out for today. I promise this is the last birthday shout out. And it's for Dave Isidro's wife. And his wife's name is Janice Aranis Isidro. And I hope I got that pronounced correctly. I do the best that I can. And she's back in Bataan. And she's taking care of the 3 children back there in Bataan. While her husband, Dave, is out working, supporting the family, and he's in Saudi Arabia. He is in Jabail, Saudi Arabia. So anyway, Janice, have a wonderful and happy birthday. And I have one more birthday shout out, and it is not a birthday shout out because I said I'm done with the birthday shout outs. And today it's an anniversary shout out, but I don't have the date. All I know, it was called in, and I imagine it was recently. And it's for John and Fatima Domitita, and they're celebrating their 4th wedding anniversary. So anyway, happy anniversary to the 2 of you. I do have one alibi for yesterday. You remember yesterday I went to the cemeteries with my family, and we celebrated All Saints Day by visiting our family members who were laid to rest in those cemeteries. And as you know, I did do a little bit of video from the 2nd cemetery, but I didn't do any from the 1st because I didn't even think that I was going to be doing any video at all for that day. I thought it was just going to be a private family moment. But then when I saw the tradition that the Philippine families do when they go to visit their long lost ones in these in the cemeteries, I thought this is a wonderful opportunity to share that because it was very touching to me. I did not film anything at the 1st cemetery, and the 1st cemetery is where the mother and father of my wife, where they're buried. And then when I showed that to my wife, she said it made her sad that she didn't get to see the tombstone of my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. So today what I'm going to do an add-on. I just want to put one photo that was taken by my sister-in-law while we were there, and I'm hoping this will make my wife happy. So as promised, I'm closing for today, and tomorrow's going to be a new day here at Villa FELIZ, and hopefully with some exciting progress on the build here. So anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up, please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You will be subscribed, and you will be notified each time I upload a new video. So until tomorrow, you have a wonderful and blessed day. Okay. 2. Okay. See you later. Oh, guapo and strong, huh? Guapo and strong.
Bye-bye.
High five.